All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom. Let's start off as always by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kudash. That belongs to the apostles, bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and Shalom to the elect. This is the Brother Zakar from the Great Millstone Montreal branch, and this lesson is going to be touching on really a passage that you find in this book. The book is called The Committee of 300. It is written by John Coleman. Okay, Conspirators, Hierarchy, the story of the Committee of 300. Okay, which is one of those secret societies. Okay, now what I really want to focus on once again is on this passage, and this book goes into one of um, an institution funded by the elites, which is the Tavistock Institute. Okay, um, which they focus on social engineering and brainwashing of the masses. So I want to bring out this passage here. Okay, it's at page 61. It says here, future shocks. You know what? I'll start right here. It says the proliferation of drug usage was one of the subjects under study at the Science Policy Research Unit at Tavistock's Sussex University facility. All right, so a lot of these universities where they do those researches, so on and so forth, they're they have to answer, or they're funded by this institution, the Tavistock Institute, or they work under the Tavistock Institute. Okay, it says it was known as the Future Shock Center, a title given to so-called future-oriented psychology designed to manipulate whole population groups to induce future shocks. It was the first of several such institutions set up by Tavistock. Because once again, there's other universities that are under them. Okay. Okay, reading on, it says future shocks is described as a series of events which come so fast that the human brain cannot absorb the information. As I said earlier, science have shown that there are clearly marked limits to the amount of changes and the nature of them that the mind can deal with. After continuous shocks, the large targeted population group discovers that it does not want to make choices anymore. Okay? Apathy takes over. And you go into the word apathy, it means indifference. Okay? It says lack of feeling or emotion. Indifference, lack of interest or concern, indifference. Okay, so once again, it says apathy takes over, often preceded by a mindless violence, such as is characteristics of the Los Angeles street gangs, serial killers, rapists, and kidnappers. Okay, so this is one of the results that they found through their research, that when they bring certain shocks, through whether it's violence or any uh any form of created events or trauma, people are going to tend to be apathetic. That's a word. They're going to be indifferent. All right, yeah, apathetic. Okay, so in other words, they're going to tend to just want the government to make the decisions for them. It reads on, says such a group becomes easy to control and will docilely follow orders without rebelling, which is the object of the exercise. Okay? Such a group becomes easy to control and will docilely follow orders without rebelling. Okay? So after they make these events, They present shocks to the people. They shock the people. The people will become easier to control. Okay. It says such a group becomes easy to control and will docilely follow orders without rebelling, which is the object of the exercise. Future shock, says SPRU, is defined as physical and psychological distress arising from the excess load on the decision-making mechanism of the human mind. That is Tavistock jargon, lifted straight from Tavistock manuals, which they don't know I have. Okay, so this leads right into what Klaus Schwab said. Okay, speaking of the poly crisis, okay, which means multiple crises that are gonna come. Okay, poly crisis meaning a time of great disagreement, confusion, or suffering that is caused by many different problems happening at the same time, so they together have a very big effect. Okay, so that's what they're gonna bring. Okay, like a major shocks to the point where people are gonna beg for a solution. Okay, which goes right into the wisdom of the wicked, which is the Hegelian dialectic: pressure from above, pressure from below. Um, Problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem, then they wait for the reaction, and they'll also influence the reaction to then bring in the solution. Okay, and the ultimate solution to the problem that the elites will bring in. The elites, we're speaking of the major families, the Warburgs, the major Edomite families. Okay, which the Edomites is the true biblical nationality of those that proclaim themselves as so-called white people. Um, Proclaim themselves as white people. Okay, the elites of them, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, Barings, all these families, they're behind uh, these uh, these these events. Okay, these those so-called, I don't want to say it, false flags. They're behind wanting to control the world. Okay, uh, they're gonna be behind the poly crisis. Okay, and the ultimate solution is once again bringing in the MOTB. Okay, Revelation 13 and verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so it's going to be tied to the economy. Okay, you're not going to be able to function in this society by buying or selling. You're not going to be able to do these things without taking the mark. Okay, I wish this society, especially in America, is based on consumerism. Okay, so without buying and sell, you're not going to be able to function in the new world that he's looking to set up. Okay, which is these elites are behind this new world order. Okay, so they're going to bring in the problem, and then wait for the reaction or influence the reaction, and then bring in the solution. I want to go into Psalm 64. Okay, Psalm 64 and start at verse 1. To the chief musician, the psalm of David: hear my voice, O Yahweh Bashmi, I shall hear my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right? One of the secret counsels is the Committee of 300. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who who wet their tongue like a sword. Who wet their tongue like a sword. Okay, they sharpen their tongue, the laws that they put in place, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay, those decrees that they put in place. Okay, verse 4: that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, like setting up the Tavistock Institute to to brainwash the people, okay, influence the mind of the masses, change the mindset, okay, pervert the mindset, okay. They're into social engineering. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Okay, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Okay, that's a diligent search. These different studies that they do, the effects of future shocks. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay, right. So they think deep on wickedness. Okay, they think deep on wickedness. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to bring out this information. Okay, how they use future shocks to influence the minds of the people. Okay, and that's one of the tactics that they have used and that they're going to use in the times that we're in. Okay, in order to set up their new world order. So let's end off by giving all praise, honor, and glorification to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Hakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who will and teach well, and shalom to the elect.